I gave the list to my parents and they assured me that they will get me that book. Anyway, Christmas arrived and my parents hosted a huge party and I even invited my boyfriend to it. Of course, I had asked permission for it beforehand. Everything was going great. A lot of family members had shown up and everyone was having fun drinking and eating. But then the time came to open our presents. Everyone except my boyfriend seemed to hold their laughter as they told me that I should open my presents first. The first present I opened looked like a laptop and it was. It was a MacBook. My older brother had gotten that for me and I thanked him a lot. But he just laughed at me, telling me to open it first. I did as he asked, and the color drained from my face. Instead of a MacBook, the box was filled with chocolates. I literally hate chocolates and can't stand eating them, so this wasn't even a gift. It turns out, he had decided to give the MacBook to his wife, and thought that gifting me the box would be a great prank. I was really disappointed. Not because I didn't get a laptop, but because he thought it was funny to play with my feelings. Anyways, I moved on and opened the presents from my parents. I was holding the book that I wanted in my hand, except, I wasn't. It was just a dictionary with a printed cover over it, disguising it as the book I wished for. When I asked them about it, my mother said, "Oh, we decided to give the book to your younger sister because she wanted to read it more. But that dictionary should be very useful to you." Once again, everyone except my boyfriend burst into laughter. At this point, I was barely controlling my tears back from being ridiculed in front of the entire family. But I kept going. And guess what? Every single gift was just a prank. An AirPods box without the AirPods, gift cards with zero balance on them, an envelope with Monopoly money and so on. I had put my heart and soul into choosing gifts for everyone, making sure that they would be happy. I went out of my way and spent everything I had saved. But they had decided that I didn't deserve any effort, and that it was better to play with my emotions. I just decided that it wasn't worth crying over this, and sat down with my boyfriend while everyone else opened their wonderful gifts. I had to hear them talk about how much they loved their gifts for the rest of the evening. My dad decided to ask why I wasn't praising my gifts like everyone else. I just looked at him bewildered and said, "What gifts? I have no gifts, so I can't praise them." That sentence was like lighting a fire. My dad started calling me ungrateful. He said that I should be thankful on Christmas, and quit being so salty over something that was just a harmless prank. In response, I told him my true feelings. "You guys don't even know what pranks are. What you did was play with my self-esteem and mental health all just so you could have a laugh. You promised and then you showed me that I can never trust you for anything." My mom and elder brother started calling me entitled for raising my voice during a Christmas dinner, so I just ran to my room and started packing. This was something that I should have done the moment I turned 18. I packed all of my essential stuff and asked my boyfriend if I could stay in his apartment for a few days while I looked for my own place. He agreed without a second's delay. As I walked out with him, my family tried to stop me with force, calling me sensitive and childish. They said I need to come back inside and apologize for ruining Christmas for everyone and spoiling their moods. I couldn't hold back my laughter as my mom told me to be more conscious of what I was doing. Oh, the hypocrisy. Thankfully, I managed to leave safely with all my stuff intact. I was getting a lot of angry calls from them, so I turned my phone off and just enjoyed the ride. However, instead of going to his apartment, my boyfriend took me to his parents' place. When I asked him what was going on, he said that I deserved to spend Christmas with people who cared about me. And to my surprise, the dinner with his family was the complete opposite of what I had just gone through. His parents welcomed me with open arms and actually asked what I was doing. They never pressured me into staying against my wishes, and gave me a dinner that I loved. My boyfriend also gave me his presents, which included the book that I wanted and an Apple Watch. The watch was ironic, because I had gotten him the exact same thing. We laughed about it and then finally went back to his place. But as soon we entered, I just completely broke down crying in his arms. I desperately told him that I never want to go back to my house again. My parents had just shown that my value was lower than a damn joke. He comforted me and said that I can stay here for as long as I want, even for all eternity. It was cringy, but also exactly what I needed in that moment. I have blocked my parents as well as my siblings since. I'm sure that they are still calling me sensitive, childish and ungrateful. But I have no plans of ever going back to them. Living in that house destroyed my mental health, and I will never go back.